Hi, this is Dago Castillo, broker of Get Me Home Inc. here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Today I want to share with you a report that I received from the KCM crew. It included the third quarter housing report for this year from the National Association of Realtors. On this report you can see that in every single state there was an increase from the sales, combined sales in comparison to the third quarter of last year. The average for the country was 17%. But there were some states that reached almost 40%. In my case in Florida, we had a 10.6% increase. This percentage combines single-family homes, condominiums, COPs, so it's pretty much a global number. Therefore, anyone who says that real estate is not selling, they have not looked at these facts. And in order to keep with this piece and make sure that we have a smooth closing and we don't have delays or you don't lose the property you have been willing to purchase, I also want to share with you information that I received from Trulia. They put together 4 key things to take into consideration in order to avoid pitfalls and reach the closing table with no delays. And among those, the first one is to watch closely your credit report. You want to make sure that you do not apply for new credit until after you have closed your transaction. Not because you have already applied and they pulled your credit at the beginning. That's the end of the story. Actually, they will continue monitoring any additional change in your credit up to the day of closing. In addition to that, make sure that if you have any large deposits that is not coming from your regular income, the income you're using to qualify for the financing, you can support where is that coming from, and you can provide documentation about it. The next thing to take into consideration is to be honest and disclose all facts to the parties involved. I'm talking about the title company, I'm talking about the realtors, loan underwriters, the lender. Make sure that if you are married, you disclose it. If you are related to the seller, to the realtor, anything like that, I mean, all that needs to be disclosed. And make sure that all parties agree to that if actually there is a requirement to do so. If you were married before, make sure that you disclose it. The lender might want to see your divorce documents. In addition to that, do your homework, review the documents that you sign on the application, review your closing documents. I know it's a lot of pages. It can be up to 300 pages or more, but again, you need to double check, make sure that everything is correctly spelling, that all information contained in these documents is accurate and correct, and also make sure that you do that prior to the closing. The closing table is not the moment to make changes here, because the title company cannot make these changes for you. They will have to send the package back to the lender, and it could take days or who knows. I mean, it might affect you in case a deadline is passed during that time. And finally, make sure that you have close look to the relevant deadlines, contingencies in the contract. It could be the day that you need to put your deposit on escrow, any additional deposit, your inspection contingency, your appraisal, if you have a deadline to present your mortgage approval letter and your loan commitment. All these things need to be taken into consideration, making sure that you provide everything within the time frames that you sign on the contract, and at the same time it will prevent delaying the closing. And if you do so, you are not risking passing the day that your rate has been locked to close. I mean, there are so many things that can affect your closing if you do not track these dates closely. I hope this information is useful for you. If you want to do so, feel free to send it to your friends, family, as they might find it helpful as well.